Was I wrong? That's the question I've been wrestling with for weeks. I accused my daughter's mother of turning me into a deadbeat dad, and it blew up in my face. Now I'm here, trying to figure out if I was completely out of line. Let me tell you what happened, and you can be the judge. My ex, let's call her Sarah, and I have a 7-year-old daughter, Lily. We split up about 4 years ago. It wasn't pretty, but we both agreed that Lily would always come first. For the first few years, it worked. I had Lily every other weekend, and one night during the week. I never missed a child support payment. I was at every parent-teacher conference, every soccer game, every school play. I was determined not to be one of those dads who just disappears. But over the last year, things started to change. It began with small things. Sarah would call last minute, saying Lily was too tired for my midweek visit. Then, it was the weekends. Lily has a birthday party she can't miss, or she has a special project for school she needs to finish. At first, I was understanding. I get it, life happens. But it started becoming a pattern. My weekends with Lily were being chipped away, one excuse at a time. I tried talking to Sarah about it. I'd say, "Hey, I really miss my time with Lily. Can we stick to the schedule?" She'd always agree. But then, a week or two later, another excuse would pop up. It got to the point where I was lucky if I saw Lily once a month. The phone calls became shorter, too. Lily, who used to be so excited to talk to me, started sounding distant. The financial side started getting weird, too. I pay a significant amount in child support, which is totally fine. It's for my daughter. But then Sarah started asking for extra money. First, it was for a new school uniform. Okay, no problem. Then it was for a special summer camp. Then it was for tutoring. Each time, I'd ask for details, like a receipt or a link to the camp, just to see what it was about. And each time, she'd get defensive. "Don't you trust me? It's for Lily," she'd say. I always ended up sending the money because the last thing I wanted was for Lily to go without. But a part of me felt like I was just becoming a wallet. The breaking point came a few weeks ago. It was my designated weekend. I had it all planned. We were going to go to the zoo, a place Lily absolutely loves. I had bought the tickets online and even got a special behind-the-scenes tour with the giraffes, her favorite animal. I had been talking to her about it all week. She was so excited. Friday afternoon, I drove to Sarah's house to pick Lily up. I rang the doorbell, buzzing with anticipation. Sarah opened the door, but Lily wasn't behind her. Sarah had this look on her face. "You know the one?" My stomach dropped. "What's wrong?" I asked. "There's been a change of plans," she said, not even looking me in the eye. "My sister's in town unexpectedly, and we're having a family dinner. Lily really wants to see her aunt." I was stunned. "A family dinner? Sarah, you know it's my weekend. We have plans. The zoo, the giraffes. Lily's been looking forward to this." "Well, things come up," she said, shrugging. "You can see her next weekend." "Next weekend is your weekend," I said, my voice starting to rise. "You know the schedule. This is the 3rd time in 2 months you've counseled on me. Don't raise your voice," she shot back. "I am not going to have Lily miss out on seeing family just because of your schedule." That's when I lost it. All the frustration, all the cancelled plans, all the unanswered calls, it all just boiled over. My schedule. I'm her father. You are systematically cutting me out of her life. You take my money. You cancel my time. You turn her against me. You're trying to make me a deadbeat dad. The words just flew out of my mouth. Sarah's face went from defensive to furious. "How dare you?" she whispered. "A deadbeat dad. You have no idea what it takes to raise a child full-time. I do everything. You just swoop in for the fun weekends when it's convenient for you." "Convenient? I'm fighting just to see my own daughter." I yelled back. "You're making it impossible." The door slammed in my face. I stood there on her porch, shaking with anger and a horrible sense of loss. I drove home, the zoo ticket sitting uselessly on the passenger seat. I called Lily's phone, but it went straight to voicemail. Later that night, I got a text from Sarah. It was long. She said I was selfish and had no right to accuse her of such a thing. She said she was the one dealing with the day-to-day grind, the homework, the tantrums, the sick nights. She said my financial contribution, while required, didn't give me the right to dictate their lives. She ended it by saying that, after my outburst, she and Lily needed some space, and that she would let me know when we could reevaluate my visitation. That word hit me like a punch to the gut. It felt like she was putting me on probation for seeing my own child. So here I am. On one hand, I feel completely justified. I feel like I'm being pushed out, that my role as a father is being reduced to a monthly bank transfer. I miss the little things sucking her in, reading bedtime stories, helping her with a loose tooth. All those moments are being stolen from me, and when I try to hold on, I'm met with resistance and excuses. The accusation felt true in the heat of the moment. It felt like she was engineering a situation where I would eventually give up, and then she could truthfully say, "See, he's a deadbeat dad." But on the other hand, was I wrong? I yelled, I accused, I made a scene. Maybe Sarah is just overwhelmed. Maybe she really is just trying to do what she thinks is best for Lily, and I'm not seeing the full picture. Being a single mom is incredibly hard. I know that. Maybe her sister really did show up unexpectedly. Maybe the extra money requests were all legitimate and I was being overly suspicious. Did my accusation just make things 1,000 times worse? Have I pushed her so far away that now IVA guaranteed the very thing I was afraid of? By calling her out, did I just hand her the justification she needed to cut me off completely? I'm caught in this loop of anger and guilt. I'm angry at the situation, but I feel guilty for how I handled it. I love my daughter more than anything in the world. The thought of her growing up thinking I didn't want to be there is my worst nightmare. But that's the narrative that's being created, and my own actions might have just helped write the final chapter. So I'm asking you, the people of the internet, was I wrong to accuse her? Was there a better way to handle this? Or was this a necessary explosion to finally address a problem that had been simmering for a year? I'm genuinely lost. What would you have done in my shoes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I could really use some perspective right now. Thanks for listening.